Well, good day, viewers, and here we are at Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood, and today's video is going to be on back on to the repair of the spindle for the Case 224 mowing deck. And today is going to be try and weld up that groove day where the bearing wore that. So I'm not necessarily sure why that did that. It must have been, the spindle must have been spinning in the bearing instead of the bearing turning, I guess. So but anyway, it seems to be a smooth surface, so you think if it was spinning it would be kind of a rough surface. But anyway, I'm going to see if I can build that up today with some kind of weld. Now this is going to be the most difficult part of this repair for me because I am not a trained welder. So yeah, I'd like to get that. I'm going to try and weld up a few things on there, and I'm not going to try and do the whole thing, I don't think. I'm going to try and just make some numerous lines up and down there, and then file it off to make it smooth and have it the same size as this and that. Because there's nothing really there that's other than just holding everything in position in the bearing. That all that's going to do here is just stop the little bit of wobble that it might have. Because the bearing is really supposed to be tight to this, so it has to have that size here to do that. So that's what I'm going to try and do for here. But I don't think it needs to be fully like that. I think I can just kind of make some lines here and make it sort of back to the same size. That's what my guess is anyway. And it depends on how the welding goes. Like I say, I'm just a rough welder. So today I'm going to also clean this up. I'll clean up all of the shafts and get that washer off of there and clean underneath and clean the washer and clean everything up and shine it all up and then make sure everything fits well. The coupling that goes and fits in between this bearing and that bearing. Have everything so it fits reasonable. Anyway, we're going to get out of here in a minute. Just a quick little start-up introduction as to what I'm going to try and do here today. And like I said, this is going to be the most difficult part of this, I think, so far, is for me to weld on there. Filing it off is no problem. I have no problem filing that off. It just takes time, that's all. No problem to file that off. So there you go. Videos make sales. Out I went and bought something. Anyway, I also want to thank a few viewers for, well, first for viewing and commenting, and then for giving me ideas as to how to get the bearings apart there yesterday, and other ideas from other things I've been doing. So if you have any more ideas, let me know. All right, we're going to get her cleaned up here a little bit. I think we'll use some of this PB blaster, maybe it might help with that. Could use the brake clean, I suppose, but brake clean kind of evaporates pretty quick, so we'll use this first, and then we'll use the brake clean. Maybe. To find a wag. Here we are. this a little cleaning too. Yeah, it's hard to know whether this has ever been apart or not, and whether these are original pieces or... Anyway, I am on a case site, and there's a fellow on there saying that he knows exactly what's what with these things. So, and he said it'd be an idea for when this big washer is on here, that I put that other little thin washer there. And then you put your bearing and your coupling and your bearing and then your other thin washers up top. And he even gave me a measurement of what those washers should be. So yeah, this is the second time he's given me information, so that's great. All right, so that's good there. Let's find the brake clean and give us a little blast with that, maybe. See if I can find the cleanest part on this dirty rag. And that stuff really comes out. I think they do that on purpose, don't they? Just so you spray too much, so you gotta go buy another one. I think that's what it is. There. That's as clean as it's going to get. There now. Alright, so I'll put the file to it here and just kind of take the roughness off on it. There's my little dent from the hammer right there, so I'll fix that up. There. Now we will use some emery cloth, or I guess that's what we call it. Oh, there we are. Right there. Have any good stuff? I don't know if it's good or not. It looks like it's been used. It wouldn't surprise me around here. And who would use it? Of course, me. Okay, now to clean this dirty rag here and get a little bit more brake clean. I don't want any oil on there if we're going to try and weld on that. I got to shine this up in here yet, but all right. Now let's see how this coupling clean as a whistle, boys. See if this fits. Yeah, look at that. All right, so that's good. This fits nicely. Let's see about this one here. Yep, no problem. And the bearing. Might be a little tight, but oh yeah, oh, look at that. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna shut you off here for a minute. I'll get this in here shined up, and then I'll get myself set up here for welding, hopefully. Alright, I'm getting myself prepared here now, so I'm using the water treatment system here first. Nice, this water don't hurt nothing. There. Now, we're going to use the torch on this today too. Yeah, I have no idea how this is going to go here. Me and my welding skills are not great, so. But I'm going to heat that, and then I'm going to try welding it. Now the welder is only 75 amps, so it doesn't have a whole lot of power behind it. And we'll make a couple of passes here and we'll see what goes on. Now I'm going to turn you away from the arc because I don't want you to get arc eyes. If that's possible through a video, I don't know that. But there's no sense taking any chances. So we'll turn you around here somewhere, and you can see the flash of the spark in behind here on my nice clean bench. And some junk out of the way here. Yeah, we'll leave this right there, I guess, and oh, that's good. You're not in focus, so you can't see too much there. All right, I'm going to give that thing a little flaming, and then I'm going to turn on the welder, and I think what I'm going to try is to slow the wire speed down, and I don't know if that's the right way or the wrong way, but I think I'm going to try slowing it down a bit from where I kind of normally have it. The other thing the flame will do on doing this will burn off any dust or contaminants or oil or whatever. So. Alright, we get the unit on here. We'll run a little bit of wire through just to get the argon out to the tip. We'll give her another little blast here. And we'll see what happens. A blob of red stuff fall on the floor, so we'll give that a little going with the wah-wah here. What caused that? Alright, we'll keep going here. Alright, we'll just shut you off there for now and I'll get back to you. I gotta turn it around. Alright, we're all done there now, so I'm just gonna give things a little quick going with the water. Don't need any fussers. I don't know what dropped on the floor, but it was a big blob of red stuff, whatever it was. Wherever that would come from. There. And we'll keep an eye on it and give it another go later on. So this is what I ended up with here. It won't focus, of course. Will it focus? There we go. Yeah, well, it's kind of blobbed on there, but it'll do what I'm wanting it to do. Once I get that, ground off, it'll be all right. I don't know how you do that to get it to focus with your fingers, but anyway. Sometimes that works and sometimes it don't. There, so that's good. Anyways, like I say, or said, or might have said, or I thought, or something, but like I say, it doesn't have to be perfectly like that. It's as long as the bearing fits on it. And it keeps it from having slop this way, or that way. That's the only reason I'm doing this, is to keep that slop out of it. Because once all that's together, and this torqued to where it's supposed to be, and all the things are squeezed together, that's what keeps the bearing in the center turning. Not that it's because it's tight to that. Not supposed to be tight to that, really, I guess. So, anyway, there we are. I'll get back to you after a little bit if I do any filing on it here. Okay, take a little break now. All right, we're going to do a little bit of grinding here. I won't do it all, and it won't be finished today, so I'll just give you a minute or two of that. So I'm going to do my water safety system here yet for all of these sparks are kind of going to be going that way. So we'll get everything a little going here. Grinding sparks aren't quite as bad as welding sparks, but we do know that they can burn the coat. All right, let's just do a little bit here just to show you what I'm going to be doing. There, that's going to be what I'm going to be up to. That's going to be tomorrow's task. Well, we're a little bit off anyway. It won't take too long to do that. Yeah, won't focus again now. There we go. Won't take too long. That's almost down to not too much more there, and I'll be where I'm at. Yeah. All right, so there we go. That's going to be it for today, and we'll get back to you again. Hopefully I can get at it again tomorrow, so stay tuned. Have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing.